away from Eoin Morgan and England's selection that we're going to stick with Jason Roy, but in that last game, you get into the dressing rooms and it may be that the lad himself is spent, and they would know that from the rooms, and he reviewed his LBW without talking to his mate or anything.
In comes Junaid, up to the bat, and he gets one on the pads, and Jonny Bairstow is still there. The appeal is a huge appeal. Junaid Khan has gone down the pitch, and now he's talking to Sarfraz. Are Pakistan going to review this? Yes, they are. And Maria Erasmus, the South African, has gone upstairs, and he says, let's review this LBW shout.
Well, the wicketkeeper's the captain, and he's in line. I just wonder where this has pitched. We're looking at the replay now, and it's a legitimate ball. He's half and half on that front foot, so we will move on. What a start, Jonny Bairstow. Where has it pitched?
That looks fairly plumb. Height, Bumble. Come on, you were an umpire once.
I'm looking at height now. I don't think he's hit it, and I do think it's pitched in line.
And I think that's out.
I think it could be going over the top. Look where it's hit him. I think it's going over the top. Jonny Bairstow will have his heart in his mouth now. It's hit him above the knee roll, but he's on the line. He's not got forward. He's definitely not hit it.
Oh dear. Now if you are with the left arm bowlers, medium fast bowlers school, you're going to give that out. If you're left hand opening bat, you give it not out. And it's pitched on. It's pitched on. It's no bat contact. It's hit him on the back leg. It's umpire's call. And Jonny Bairstow has a life. Maria Erasmus gives the signal. It's not out.
The ball's hitting the stumps, but it's hitting the outside half of off stump. Umpire's called it not out. What a time for Jonny Bairstow. What drama, the first couple of deliveries here. Shake of the head from Sarfraz, the captain, and they've lost the review.
So Sarfraz and Junaid had every vindication to review that. It was a great review, really, because on another day it goes the bowler's way. But Bairstow, now he's got to regroup. In comes Junaid Khan, in he comes. And it's a decent looking delivery again. I don't think Bairstow knew a lot about it. Inside edge maybe onto the leg side for one.
He's off. Get down to the other end. Leave it to your mate Alex Hales. So what a start. And you could tell once it was reviewed, I thought it might have pitched outside, but it's comfortably pitching on. It's just not done enough from that left arm over to bring it back. It's threatening to come back. And we're looking at the replay again. It's hitting the outside half of the off stump. Umpire's call.
Bumble, I'll tell you what, when you were playing your county cricket and playing for England, umpires would have given that out. There was no going upstairs there. Now, that's out.
If I were an umpire, I'd have given it out.
So England, they have a scare early on. Now then, it's Alex Hales on strike. Junaid in, short of a length, and punched away by Hales to mid-off, no run. And that's charged up the crowd. It's not a capacity crowd by any means, but there's lots of Pakistan fans in here. Blazingly hot day. It's a gorgeous day. What a stage.
Nerves as well.
Yeah.
Semi-final. Who's going to settle down? Alex Hales, 5 one-day international centuries, 10 50s, strike rate of 96. He usually starts quietly,
and then he gets going. So Junaid back to his mark. It's a fairly straight run, slight angle. In he comes, busy, fast run up, short of a length, and he's just got a little shape on that again. He's just getting a little shape into the right-hander, into Alex Hales, who doesn't use his feet too much early on either.
I like a left arm over, just that different angle. Bustling sort of bowler, Junaid Khan, 136 Ks. So quick enough. It's round about what you get from left arm over, unless you're Mitchell Johnson, of course.
Yes, rapid, isn't he? Alex Hales began with a 95 against Bangladesh, followed up with a half century here against New Zealand, and he looks in imperious form when he gets going. In comes Junaid once again, up to the bat. It's a full length this time, and it's driven straight past mid-off for 4. First boundary of the innings, and Alex Hales finishes off an eventful over. It's 5 for no wicket.
Yeah, terrific over, really. Lots of drama, that huge LBW appeal. Last delivery, it's a length ball, half volley. Alex Hales just leans into it, hits it straight. Boundaries straight are inviting, let's put it that way, and certainly towards the river. Wide, boundaries wide are a long, long way, 30, 60, be about 85 yards, I would say.
Yes, they are inviting. That's a good word, Bumble, because you look at them. Clive Lloyd used to find them inviting, and the river. Plonked a few cricket balls in there, Clive did.
We're at that river end, that's where we are, at the river Taff end. I think the trees probably have grown a bit since those days.
Right, now then, we have another left-arm bowler. I don't think he's quite the pace of Junaid. It's certainly not the pace of Wahab or Mohammad Ahmed, but Rahman Reyes here. You watch this fella, he could be perfect on this pitch, because he does a little bit of cutting and he wraps his fingers around the ball, down the side of the ball, and he had a very good PSL this year. So Reyes runs away from us and straight to Bairstow, who punches away, and he wants to get up the other end again. Will settle his nerves. He gets one.
130 k's that delivery. You get a bowler comes in. Mohamed Amir, he's a gun bowler, world class. He's out of the game, and Reyes comes in. Where's he been playing cricket? Has he played any cricket? It's a big moment for him to open the bowling.
And he gets his cap today as well. It's a whole new experience for Rahman Reyes. And England have already had a scare. England have gone in with Jonny Bairstow, and Jason Roy has been rested. Well, dropped is the old word, isn't it? Away goes Reyes, just short of a length. Just a reminder that this is the same pitch that was used for Sri Lanka-Pakistan 2 days ago. So by the fourth innings here today, you would expect the ball to keep a little bit low.
I say it's suspicious, and the groundsman has brought it back by a sprinkle of water, put a cover on it, which would be a plastic sheet, overnight, so the pitch would sweat, and then yesterday he would roll the pitch to bring it back.
Hales on strike. Away goes Reyes, runs away from us, and Hales, ooh, goodness me, he's belted that to mid-off. That bat has got a sweet spot about the whole length of the blade.
Real crunching shot from Hales coming forward. You know, tactically, what you would normally do, looking at these two, they're not express bowlers, both left-armers. Batsman would come out of the crease, stand out of the crease, just to negate any sort of swing.
He has a bit more of a flat-batted approach this time, Alex Hales. So he's at the moment, early on in this match, he's looking as if he really looks to have a go at these opening bowlers.
Yeah, he's not rapid, Reyes, when we've seen. He's a stocky lad. 2 slips, 3 saving, 1 on the offside, a third man, a fine leg, 1 in front of square on the leg side, and a mid-on.
Yeah, the 2 slips, he'll start with that. Reyes he'll look to introduce a little variety later. In he comes, fairly straight from Reyes, left arm. Now then, seamers have been the key here on this Cardiff pitch. In the 2 games to date, seamers have taken 42 wickets, while the spinners have only taken 6 wickets in 2 matches in this Champions Trophy. All 16 wickets that fell to the bowlers in the Pakistan-Sri Lanka match were taken by seamers, and we had a run out.
Well, it remains to be seen if this is going to spin. The difference also is that it's bright sunshine.
Away goes Reyes again. Again, it's a good length. He just pushes this across Jonny Bairstow, who misses straight through to the keeper. No run. 7 for no wicket from 2.
Well, he's a big strapping lad, he's Reyes. He's not express. That last delivery is 135. He pitches and almost rolls through to the wicket keeper. There's your first clue that's telling you that this pitch has been played on. The wicket keeper took it almost on the second bounce.
It's an encouraging start for Rahman Reyes. Now he will get a little bit of feedback from having watched that last delivery. What he has done in the times I've seen him bowl in the Pakistan Super League, he's got these little varieties, and You know, bowlers these days, Bumble, they've built so many variants of slow balls, and they bowl their cutters and everything else. So there's just the one slip in for Pakistan. That is Azhar Ali. In comes Junaid up to the bat, and it's just nudged away to backward point. Fielded by Shadab Khan, but he can't stop the run from being taken. It's a single.
Tactically, both opening bowlers are pitching well up. They're looking for swing. It isn't swinging. It never does. These white Kookaburra balls tend not to swing, but they are giving it every chance and pitching a full length.
England put into bat by Sarfraz Khan, who was the man of the match against Sri Lanka. He's the man who steered them home. Shadab Khan didn't play in that match, but he's playing today in this semi-final. Big news for Pakistan. Mohammad Amir is out, injured, with a back spasm. Jonny Bairstow stands with that bat characteristically high, sort of very much like Graham Gooch used to hold the bat, Mike Brearley. In comes Junaid, past the umpire, balls just short of a length, and Bairstow tries to help it on the leg side for one, and he's coming back for the second, and that ball has barely gone beyond the markers for the 30 metres.
Called two straight away. He's a busy player, Jonny Bairstow, and it's all about settling this game down. We're into the first 3 overs. You think about the England dressing room now, batsman coming in at number 3, Joe Root number 4, get this partnership going, settle the game down.
Yeah, England have a good record here in Cardiff. They've won 6 of the 8 completed matches they've played, but they did lose here last year, and that was to Pakistan. In comes Junaid again. It's uppish a little bit leg side, but Bairstow was completely in control of the shot. Backward of square for 4.
Gone past the umpire at square leg, head high. There's no fielder there. The fielder on that square leg is more towards mid-wicket. So it's an angled ball into his legs, and he clips it away for 4.
Yes, in control as Junaid just drifting down the leg side there. That's an invitation to a right-hander. In that match last year, Pakistan chased down 303 to win, and that was the last of the one-day series. And Jason Roy hit 87 off 89 in that match. He's out though, and his place has been taken by Jonny Bairstow, who's on 8. Still a slip. Azhar Ali slip. In comes Junaid, one again, and again this a little bit shorter this time, and this time it's a genuine pull in front of square for 4.
Well, I've mentioned that they're bowling full of length, the 2 left-armers. This time Junaid Khan just hits the pitch, he back of a length, and Bairstow immediately just pulls it dismissively over square leg. Another boundary.
Yeah, his length that's too short for Bairstow, way too short. The bat is already up, primed for the hit.
Field change. Fine leg has come inside the circle. That mid-wicket fielder has dropped back to backward square leg.
In front of square, isn't he? Just in front of square there, Bumble. So the umpire's on the umpire's left at square.
Towards the boundary.
Yeah, towards the boundary. And there's a mid-on, so only 3 on the on-side, so he's got to be up on an off-stump line. Junaid in better, but he's been pushed through mid-wicket. Mid-on is after it. There's got to be 2 more here. Runs are coming with great frequency here for England. 20 on the board. 1 ball to complete the 3rd over.
Well, Bairstow's found the middle of the bat, that anxious moment, second delivery of the game, when that LBW could have gone either way. I keep mentioning it's so important that you settle the game down, build your partnership.
Still no change, the same field, and it's Bairstow 14 from 10. Stands there upright, bat alongside his right shoulder. Junaid in he comes, better length this time, better, as Bairstow just plays it with respect. Back to mid-off, no run. 3 overs gone, it's 20 for no wicket.
The crowd is building steadily. I think it holds about 15,000. It's an intimate ground, is this? It's a new build.
You can stretch it to 16.
I'm going to 16, bit of VAT. 15 plus VAT, we'll have 16,000 in. I hope they get 16,000 in today.
Look at this batting lineup for England. Root at 3, Morgan, Stokes, Buttler. You've got Moeen Ali. I mean, it's such a lot of batting in that side. Plunkett. There's no slouch with the bat either, is it?
You know, one or two were saying put Moeen Ali into open. No, he's so dangerous at number 7. Yeah. That's his position.
Yeah. Right, Roman Reyes now, 4th over of the innings. Hales on strike. Reyes left arm, and that's a better line and length. He's a nagging left arm bowler. Just if he does get a little bit of swing, he's obviously more dangerous. But we've seen, as you say, Bumble, the Kookaburra, the white one, doesn't swing, does it?
And for England's openers, Bairstow and Hales, they'll not have seen Reyes. I can't think that they've played against him. He's made his debut today, been presented with his cap, so he's getting used to the mechanics of a bowler's action as well.
Still a slip, just the one slip. Away goes Reyes. Better's just nudged down to third man. He's used the pace of the ball for 1, so Alex Hales moves on to 7. England 21 for no wicket, put into bat by Sarfraz, Pakistan's captain.
Just looking at the day and the pitch, I think variations from the quicker bowlers will be key. It could spin. There are spinners on both sides, but I think both pace attacks will have to be savvy with lots of slower deliveries and variations.
Bairstow stands, waits, bat high. In goes Reyes past the umpire, leg side, half an appeal. Not quite a full conviction into that appeal. Sarfraz went up, but that ball just drifting onto the pads. No run.
He'll feel he's missed out there, Jonny Bairstow. The field's altered again. We saw the 2 shots that Bairstow played in that previous over square leg into that region. So Pakistan have got a fine leg inside the circle and that deep square leg again.
Which means that Reyes can't go down that leg side because, as you're right there, Bumble, that fine leg is up inside the circle. Anything that drifts down leg side is an invitation. Reyes in, and it's a turned away leg side, and it finds that man out on the fence. He just comes in. In fact, he's not on the fence. He's about 15 yards in. Long boundaries square here in Cardiff. Shorter boundaries end on.
It'll be a question when Yasser Arafat comes into commentary about Yazir Shah. What a wonderful bowler, Yazir Shah, and he doesn't get into this squad. I think he'd be absolutely perfect here.
He would be. Shahid Afridi.
Is he still playing?
How many retirements has he had, Shahid? In goes Reyes again. Nice length, just turned though nicely by Hales, who stands tall on his feet there, and he just stands and waits for the ball, turns it leg side for 2.
Afridi, boom, boom.
Shahid. I think he's had more comebacks than Lazarus.
Frank
Sinatra. Absolutely wonderful performer. Huh? Shahid. He's playing. He's going to play some T20, isn't he? For Hampshire. Hampshire. But he's only 31, you know. Next year. England 24 for no wicket. Good start this. England have been put into bat in this semi-final. Ringer fielders offside and a slip. Away goes Roman Reyes. Oh, he's wrapped him on the pads this time, Hales, and he's been given out. LBW. Now Hales goes down to see Jonny Bairstow and have a chat. Are England going to review this? Hales has been given LBW. Rod Tucker, the umpire, and yes, they're going to make a review here. Hales is going to review this LBW.
It's desperation. It took a long time between the 2 batsmen, so that's suggesting that he's not hit it. We're having a look at the replay now. It's a comfortable, legitimate delivery. His foot is almost behind the line. They've chatted for so long. Where has it pitched? I think this might pitch outside, you know. That's first up I've seen it. Now then, where's it pitched? He's not hit it. I know he's not hit it.
It's not hit the bat. It's hit him on the knee roll, isn't it?
Angles might be all over the place here.
Right.
I think this, if it saves him here, it's pitched outside leg stump.
Well, that's possibly the only thing that will save him here, because when you look at it front on, and I don't think there's any contact with the bat, that looks pretty good. But if the ball has pitched outside the line of leg stump, he cannot be given out. So Alex Hales has made a review here. He's on 9. Let's have a look. Oh, it's pitched outside. It's pitched outside. It's pitched just outside leg stump, and Rod Tucker will have to change that one. It's not out. That's a terrific review for England. And Mickey Arthur up in the balcony for the dressing room for Pakistan. The Pakistan coach just shakes his head.
I could umpire, you know. I said straight away it's pitched outside leg stump, and it's fractionally outside. And in this day and age of precise technology, it's outside. It is comfortably outside. They're shaking their heads. Pakistan, Sarfraz, the captain, the coach on the balcony. Are you saying now it's 2 let-offs for England?
Well,
no, the law's there. The law is there.
Absolutely, it is. 4 overs gone, 24 for no wicket. So 2 LBW scares for England.
And England retain their review.
Correct. And Rod Tucker was the man who gave it out, and the review showed that ball pitching outside leg stump. Right, it's still left arm pace. Junaid from the Cathedral Road end. In he comes past Maria Erasmus. Just on a length, just short of a length, and it's punched out into the covers by Bairstow. No run. Just watching replays again, it's a good seam from Reyes, but oh yeah, you got it right, didn't you, Bumble? First up,
angles are so different, but you just get a good
feeling, don't you?
Yeah. Looking at it again, and it pitches a good ball outside the line of leg stump.
Not fair for left arm overs, Bumble.
They got it always. Different angle. They can run on the pitch, do all sorts.
Junaid in again. It's a good length straight back to the bowler from Bairstow, who has a sort of a half a shy at the stumps. You've got to have the ball in your hand first. It went through his hand.
See where Junaid has run there. I'll tell you, left off. I like that from Pakistan. The ball flew out into the offside. There's a ring of 1, 2, 3, 4 fielders on the offside, and it was aggressive fielding as they shied at the stumps, and mid-on has covered it. So there's a bit of energy in the field from Pakistan.
Yeah, plenty of energy. They'll need it. Same pitch that they played Sri Lanka on 2 days ago. Junaid in again, 5th ball of this over. Pushed away with a little bit more power this time, and Bairstow gets a single to mid-off. But this is a good over for Pakistan. Junaid has been on the money here.
Umpires are on Pakistan's case also. That I talked about that aggressive fielding and shying at the stumps. Bairstow hits it to mid-off and runs there. The fielder at mid-off throws it on the bounce to the wicket-keeper, Maria Erasmus, straight away from the same end.
But you see how he bowled it, Bumble. This is the variety he brings in. He's bowled it like a little cutter. He's bowled it like you, Bumble. You bowled it like that.
I think that's the ball previous to Alex Hales that he's drilled through mid-off.
Bairstow again on 16. Away goes Reyes. Bairstow pushes it straight back to the bowler, who picks up in his follow-through. No run.
I think you'll see a contrast here. Both these left armers have by and large pitched the ball up.
Yeah.
Look for a bit of swing. It's not swinging. I think what England tend to do on a pitch like this, with the wide boundaries and the extra pace of Mark Woodley and Plunkett, they'll hit the pitch hard.
Yeah.
Get the batsman on the hook and the pull.
Still that ring of fielders offside, and a slip. Bairstow waits, in goes Reyes, and Bairstow pushes him straight past the stumps and the bowler and the umpire, and that's bullet straight 4.
Stand and delivery, and he's quite a tall batsman, Jonny Bairstow, and this is drillage past the bowler.
It's not a half volley. He's just leant into the stroke past the stumps, and mid-off can't cut it off either. Mid-off was Imad Wasim, and he's quite a decent fielder. So that's the 5th boundary of the morning. We're into the 6th over. Same field. Reyes runs away. Bairstow forward. Doesn't know too much about that one. Inside edge, backward of square, leg side for 1. Bats sound good, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and they're looking busy. These opening pair for England. And Alex Hales has got a new partner out there. He'll have some sort of telepathy with Jason Roy. Jason Roy out of sorts, goes out of the team. Jonny Bairstow comes in. A lot of conjecture. Where's he going to bat, Jonny Bairstow? Are they going to move Joe Root? Is Moeen Ali good about there. Now Bairstow goes in there. This season he's had 170 for Yorkshire opening the batting.
Change of field as the man goes back, deep backward square, just in front of the umpire, leg side. Away goes Reyes. It's up to the bat. Out! It's taken at cover. A soft dismissal. But Alex Hales goes. He plays one stroke too many. He's full of confidence. And he's been taken at cover by Babar Azam. The ball went straight to him.
It's in the slot, is this? I don't know whether his bat just skews in his hands, but it's a gentle lobbing catch to cover. Great joy for Reyes of Pakistan. This is a big wicket, big player for England. Alex Hales has gone for 13, 34 for 1.
Well, Hales was looking full of confidence, and he came down the pitch to meet that delivery. Took a stride down, and a smart catch. You're not going to drop those. Well, you shouldn't be dropping those, and it went straight to Babar Azam at cover. There's a ring in that offside. So England have lost their first wicket, and it's Joe Root who walks on to the usual accompaniment of, well, it sounds like booze, but it's Root. Got 64 not out, or 64 out in the last match here.
What are you going to bowl to him first up? Full length and dead straight.
Yeah.
Try to hit him on the leg. Usual routine when Root comes onto the field, he does a little bit of sideways skipping and running, and then he shadow plays some drives and gets his feet moving. 2 Yorkshiremen now at the crease, Bairstow and Root. A few words from Jonny Bairstow. It won't be a few words, he'll have a lot to say, will Jonny Bairstow. Just telling him maybe that he's keeping a touch low where you're batting now. He's not swinging. Another thing he'll say, good luck, come on.
Wonderful career, 10 ODI hundreds, 22 50s, strike rate of 86 with an average of just a fraction below 50. Joe Root's the real deal, but he comes in because Alex Hales played a rather expansive shot, looking to loft Ramon Reyes over the inner ring, and Reyes gets his man. So England have lost their first wicket. England put into bat by Sarfraz Ahmed, the Pakistan captain. Joe Root is it. Still just that one set. No change in the field, except that the man comes in from deep square on that leg side. What a day it is. It's a beautiful day for this semi-final of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017. Hardly a cloud in the sky. It's warm, it's sunny, and now the crowds are really filling up. Away goes Reyes, and it's a wide delivery, allowed to go through for no run. 6 overs gone, it's 34 for 1, and we'll have a double change here now with Steve Harmison and Ian Dunter.
Many thanks, Alan. Morning, everybody. Listening to Talk Sports in the UK and around the world on Channel 2 Cricket Radio. However and wherever you're listening to us, it is a picture-perfect scene here in South Wales this morning. Seats filling up, especially away to our left-hand side in one of the main grandstands. And it's Pakistan against Yorkshire at the moment, with Bairstow and Root joining each other at the wicket. 21 to Bairstow. Root, of course, yet to get off the mark, having just arrived. And a change in the bowling, Steve Harmison. We've only had 6 overs, and they're bringing on Imad, who came on against South Africa early on and helped turn the game in Pakistan's favour at Edgbaston. He's coming in to bowl his first delivery. Bairstow waits and just punches it up to the fielder at long on for a single. Morning, Steve.
Good morning everyone. Yeah, Imad Wasim. He actually opened the bowling in Pakistan's first game, which was a surprise. So he likes to bowl with the relatively new ball. Doesn't mind bowling with the 2 men outside the circle. Not a massive spinner of the ball, but maybe he's have thought that Root doesn't start well against the slow bowling, and try and put some pressure on that front foot, on that front pad.
That was part of the out of the box thinking that Mickey Arthur was talking about before the game against India, and they got here at the park rather than out of the box. 35 for 1 England in the 7th over here on TalkSport. Imad, left arm, bowling to Joe Root, just clips it away to the short mid-wicket fielder. We've got a mid-off, a long on, 3 men out on the inside the circle on the cover side. We've got a short third man, a short fine leg, deep square leg, and a short mid wicket. As Eoin Morgan comes into bowl to Joe Root, punches it out on the offside, but one of those three men in the covers comes round and fields. It was Azhar Ali out there doing the fielding, and there's no run. 35 for 1. Wasim back at his mark, past umpire Erasmus. Just to cut it away late, does Joe Root. Just shifted his feet at the last minute and got it away again into the covers. No run taken.
That's what you're going to get on this pitch. Joe's just gone back. He's come forward twice now. He's just tried to go back to try and use the pace of the ball, but it's just skidding on. It's not spinning. It's just the hardness of that new ball.
Imad again bowls to Root, who comes down the pitch this time and tries to clip him through mid-wicket. Ball was outside off stump. He tried to help it the other way, but the short mid-wicket fielder got hold of it. Slight misfield, but no run taken.
Yeah, Imad seen him come in there. Seen him come in and change his length very, very quickly. He looked as though Joe was looking to just hit him down the ground, but he's pushed it towards leg stump, hurried him through. Joe's lucky he got something on that.
Imad again coming in to complete his first over. Outside off stump and clipped away through the vacant backward point region. Well, there was a fielder there, but he dived full length and couldn't get to it. England will get 2. Shoaib Malik doing the fielding out in the deep. And England at the end of the 7th over here on Talk Sport and on Cricket Radio, a 37 for 1. Steve Harmison.
Yeah, Joe was looking, that's the shot he's been looking for. He came forward, first 2 balls, tried to drive him down the ground, and then tried to use his feet, because what he wanted, the thing with Wasim, he's putting pace on the ball. And with that pace on the ball, Joe's thinking, how do I use that? I don't think he's really trusting the pitch to hit him down the ground to use the pace. So I think what he's looking to do is make him think he's coming down the ground and then rock back on the square cut, or the back foot punch, back foot drive. And that's where Root will look to score in the first sort of 10-15 balls of his innings.
If you're just tuning in, England have made good use of the review system. Pakistan have lost there somewhat harshly, in my opinion. Umpire's call denying an LBW on Jonny Bairstow early in the piece. Ruman coming into bowl again from this Riverside end to Jonny Bairstow, 22 not out, full and straight, just played straight back to him. To one review in innings, and when you lose it on an umpire's call, that's got to grit the teeth, Steve Harmison.
It does, yeah, especially the second ball of the game. I've been saying it for years. If it's umpire's call and the ball's hitting stump, you shouldn't lose the review. I think that review system is flawed in that way, because
I think there's some negotiation. Are the ICC talking about from the 1st of October? Jared Kimber has just confirmed it here in the commentary box that rule is being relaxed. Next delivery from Ruman again is straight, just outside off stump, maybe just played comfortably down to the short cover fielder by Bairstow. There's no run taken.
They're also changing the I think the degree of the umpire's call on the hit. I think it's at the minute it's something like 50%. I think that's going down to 25. So there's more in the bowler's favour, because let's be fair, with short boundaries, fast outfields and the bigger bats, it has become a batsman's game, says the fast bowler.
But don't forget the bats are changing as well. It's all change.
Yeah, get a thumbs up from Azhar there. Hey, yes, sir, there.
In comes Ruman Rais, outside off stump and clipped away down to third man by Bairstow. He wants 2 and he's herring back for the second. He'll get it as well. Good strong running between the wickets by the Yorkshire pair, who should know each other's games, of course, intimately. Bairstow and Root. Root is 2 not out. Bairstow's moved on to 24 with that 2.
Yeah, Ruman Rais, bear in mind this is his debut, so he hasn't played in this competition, or he's been sitting watching. And I think what he's finding is the ball's not swinging now. So with the ball's not swinging now, his line's got to be a little bit closer to the batsman and closer to off stump. I think that's where he's given the batsman just a little bit too much width there for his liking.
Left arm over the wicket to Bairstow, and it's just straying a little bit down the leg side, so it's clipped off the heels by Bairstow out to square on the leg side. Single taken.
Good start on a debut. Good start on debut.
Well, Jared and I were talking, and Jared's been doing a lot of number crunching and look at Ruman Rais's figures, and I won't dare to steal Jared's thunder. He can give you far more technical information than I possibly could, but there's an argument to say he's fresh, because he took 3 for 46 in a List A game in April, and that's the last time he played. So there's an argument to say that he's absolutely jack in the box, ready to go.
Bit like Sam Billings for England.
Correct. In he comes again, Ruman. Good straight delivery, full of length. Well played though by Root. Just out in front of him on the leg side. No run taken, 40 for 1.
He seems to hit you quicker than you expect as well. He's not a tall guy.
Well, he's 132.
Yeah, he's bowling 82 mile an hour. It doesn't look that from here. It looks as though he's a little dobber. He's actually quicker than than what he looks, and he's just surprising the batsman. And that length he's bowling a very, very good Cardiff length, top of the stumps.
40 for 1 England as Root waits for this next delivery, and again it's strained down leg side and Root clips it through square. There's a short mid-wicket fielder who's giving chase. He won't get there. It's going to just ease its way into the boundary rope, and Root has his first boundary at the end of the 8th over. He moves on to 6, and the England total to 44 for 1 on TalkSport.
You mentioned that before. When the ball is not swinging, you have to be really tight on your lines. His length was perfect there. That wasn't a bad ball, to be fair. It was just probably middle in leg. That's what the line he was. That's what the line he was on. He's probably thinking from the first ball of the over, where he bowled it on off stump and it just kept going with the arm with no swing. Bairstow got a cutaway, and all of a sudden he's thinking, no swing, I've got to bowl a bit straighter. There he was probably too straight, and Joe Root played a fantastic shot. I wouldn't be too disappointed with the ball he bowled. It was a good shot by Joe Root.
Imad, the left arm spinner, will start his second over presently, but umpire Rasmus just looking away to our right to the pavilion and commentary box.
No, it's a spy cam you want on the other side. Yeah,
spider cam is annoying him. It annoys most people.
It does,
from what I can understand. So spider cam has been moved all the way over to, well, fine leg as Imad Wasim comes into bowl, clipped away by Bairstow into the covers. That same field as he had in the last over, with a short, a mid off and a long on for Bairstow. So he is being tempted into trying one straight hit. And now there's behind the bowler's arm, there's a bit of movement. Some supporters just taking their seats right just behind the black tarpaulin at the Cathedral Road end,
which is actually quite strange because there's a lot of spare seats up there.
Imad bowls to Bairstow, came down the wicket and tried to punch it through leg side, didn't get anything on it, and as Imad picked the ball up, he made that slight move as though he was going to shy at the stumps just to try and intimidate Bairstow.
Fiery left arm spinner against the redhead Yorkshireman. Great contest.
Imad in again to bowl to Bairstow, stays on his crease this time and just punches it out to that long on field and gets a single. Imad got Hashim Amla very early on in the piece against South Africa when he came on his first change, and that really did an awful lot for his confidence.
It did, yeah. I think what the TV people are showing and here on replay is that he doesn't get the bounce, and I think that did for Amla that day as well.
Coming into bowl to Root this time, Imad just plays it straight back to the bowler, and there's no run. 45 for 1 England, and Imad Wasim, who came in for the suspended Saeed Ajmal originally a couple of years ago. Very tall man, high action as well as he comes into bowl. These left arm off breaks. That tucks Joe Root up a little bit. I'm not sure whether that struck him on the thigh pad. He was trying to work it away on the leg side, but it just squirted out to backward point.
It's just gone down leg side, I think, with the arm. He's trying to bowl as flat as he possibly can. Joe's looking for anything. He's looking to use the pace. Joe's trying to get a little bit of width, but it's just gone down leg side.
Root waits again as Imad comes into bowl. Again tucks him up a little bit as he just drives it into the pitch right in front of him. It's the end of the over, just one from it from Imad Wasim. So 9 overs gone on TalkSport and Cricket Radio. 45 for 1 England. The only wicket to fall, if you're just tuning in, Alex Hales caught by Baba, bowled by Ruman Rais for 13 of 13 deliveries. Bairstow in for Jason Roy, England's only change. Shadab Khan comes back in for Pakistan for Fahim Ashraf, who got his debut in the last game. And with Mohammad Amir, bad news for Pakistan, out with a back spasm. It's this man Ruman Rais who's coming. He's bowled his 4 overs so far, 1 for 18, and he's coming in again from the taff end to bowl to Bairstow. Bit full and strained down leg, and Bairstow just clips him through square leg and takes a single. There's a man out in the deep to field that. Sarfraz Ahmed, this young man who's been terrific opening the batting for Pakistan in the last 2 innings.
He has, yeah. He's, to be fair, I've been impressed by some of the young players of Pakistan. Shadab Khan, what a talent he is, 18-year-old. Fantastic leg spin, and they've also got the 2 senior players in Malik and Hafiz, who have played well who've done a good job at keeping these young players together for Pakistan.
Ruman coming in again to bowl to Root. He's got Room outside off stump to cut that away down to third man. It's gone wide of third man, but he runs around to collect it, but Root has come back for 2. Edging towards 50 now, England. 48 for the loss of 1 wicket in the 10th over.
And put you into the bowler's head and the bowler's mentality there. He started with a wide ball, just outside off stump, not swinging the last over. So this over he's changed his plan. Just a young man on debut, and he's gone with a slower ball to get him into the over, which Jonny Bairstow has managed to clip into the leg side for 1. And then he's gone back to what he thinks is, I'm going to try and swing this back. Hasn't come back, and he's given Root room. So he's got to get his line right.
Steve Harmison with us on Talk Sport as the next delivery from Ruman. Again, Midland leg and just clipped away off the square by Root for a single. He moves on to 9. 49 for 1. England. Pakistan are one of the few sides in this Champions Trophy that have managed to get reverse swing going later in the innings.
Yeah, and Bumble mentioned before, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem throwing the ball into the the pitches,
the dirt
into
stuff,
it. Yeah. And what you've got this dirt at Cardiff. There's a lot of used pitches on the square. It's always been dry here. Always from the first time I've ever played here, it's been a dry ground. It's been a reverse swinging ground.
Ruman, left arm over the wicket, and that's just clubbed on, dropped short mid wicket. Azhar Ali at short mid wicket tried to get hold of that. Bairstow, he's replaying the shot as he gets to the non-striker's end, tried to club it over the top of the short mid wicket fielder, off the top of the bat slightly, I think, Steve. It just hits the top of the fingertips of Azhar Ali. And Bairstow survives.
Top of the bat, bit splice of the bat. He's trying to keep it down, Johnny. He didn't keep going with it. But he was getting some applause there by his teammates. It was Azhar Ali. It was a good effort. I think the only way he could catch it was off the rebound. It was right in the fingertips.
Ruman Raiz comes in again to bowl to Root, and he just eases that down to third man. And the 50s come up with that drop chance for Pakistan. 51 for 1 now with that Root single. Ruman's got 1 more to come in this over. So Bairstow's survived an LBW appeal, and he's also survived a drop catch.
Jason Roy will be thinking, well, if that was me, I'm out second ball, and if that was me, somebody else is about a foot taller standing there and takes it head high. So it's just unfortunate. That's the way the game is. It's the way the luck goes.
So where the cookie crumbles. In comes Ruman. Attempted slow Yorker, but it's well picked out by Bairstow. And he just turns it away on the leg side for a single. We've reached the end of the 10th over. 52 for 1 England. Jonny Bairstow is 29. Joe Root is on 10. So a partnership of 18 since coming together after the dismissal of Hales for 13.
Good start by England. Very good start by England. The only downside, you lose Hales, but 52 for 1. It's not going to be a 340, 350 pitch. England need to get off to a solid start. That's what they've been saying. Yes, get Jonny Bairstow into the game. They've done that. Well, what they've got to do now is just make sure they keep this ticking going. Keep the ticking over going. When these two batsmen and then the captain coming in, they will have a bowler. Be identifying one of the Pakistan bowlers where he's the one that's going to go at 8 and 9 and over. He's the one that we're going to take down. But we have to have a platform to do that. And at this moment in time, England are well placed.
Into power play number 2, the 11th over, as Imad bowls a full delivery to Bairstow, turns it round on the leg side and scampers through for a single to the short fine leg fielder. 53 for 1. So no more than 4 fielders allowed outside that circle. Got 2 men in the deep on the offside at mid-off and a deep cover point as Imad comes into bowl to Root this time. Turns it away off his legs, past the fielder at short mid-wicket. Square leg fielder comes in to grab that, but Root's all comfortably home for his single.
What we've got here is at this ground short straight, but in the corners extra cover mid-wicket, massive open gaps and massive open spaces. Imad's not spinning it very much, so I'd imagine Johnny or Joe will be looking to just clip it over the top of mid-wicket's head into that big gap. And what the mindset will that be? We'll try and get mid-wicket back onto the fence so that it'll have to bring up deep point, which then brings the square cut in with Pearce.
Next delivery from Imad is played beautifully up to mid, long off by Bairstow. Just missing the fielder. That's extra cover.
They've tried to strike over well. The energy between the wickets has been great. The positivity, the way it's going deep mid-wicket's just gone back onto the circle there.
Imad again bowls to Root and punches that through the covers. Out to that fielder who runs in from the boundary. Gets halfway between the boundary and the square, throws it back to his skipper. 56 for 1 England. Bairstow 31, Root 12. Starting to build this partnership
what a lovely
here.
day in Cardiff.
It's glorious, isn't it? Barely a cloud in the sky. Imad Wasim bowls again, outside off, and this is punched back up to long off by Bairstow. So the scoreboard is ticking over here. 5 runs from this over, a single from every delivery so far. Shirt sleeve order, and the air conditioning is working in the commentary box, which is always good. Or has it stopped? There we are, famous last words. Root turns the last delivery of the over away for a single, so 6 singles off the over, 58 for 1. Imad not having the impact he would have liked compared to the impact he had when I saw him come on to bowl at Edgbaston against South Africa, when that incredibly powerful top order of the likes of Amla and De Villiers and others crashed and burnt. Pakistan deserved that victory. Yasser Arafat has joined us in the commentary box. Good morning, Yasser.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone.
Watching through gritted teeth at some of the things that have happened out there with review systems not working in Pakistan's favour.
Yeah, it's not it's not working for Pakistan so far. The shame is like we got only 1 review nowadays. In the past you got 2 reviews, so I mean it's not working for Pakistan at the moment. Yeah.
There's going to be a change of bowling, and this young precocious talent Shadab Khan, 18 years of age. He only made his first class debut last July, and he's going to be bowling his wristy spinners. Played well in the Pakistan Super League, I believe, Shadab.
Yeah, he had a very good PSL last year, and I played with him back home in Pakistan. He's from my city, Rawalpindi, and he had a very good under-19 World Cup last year. So yeah.
Who coming in from the taff end to bowl his first delivery, and that's just chips in the air by Root, but it was just wide of the man at short mid-wicket, and it'll just drift through to long off for a single to Root, who moves on to 14. So just an early scare from Shadab Khan's first ball of his 10 overs.
Yes, excellent start for Shadab coming into the game, playing a big game, especially semi-finals. He had a good series last month in West Indies.
Yeah.
Did very well. Got a few men of the match there.
Was left out here against Sri Lanka 2 days ago to allow Fahim Ashraf to come in for his ODI debut, but Shadab has forced his way back into the reckoning today, and he's up to the wicket to bowl to Bairstow. This is a bit short and wide and clubbed away through the covers by Bairstow, but he'll only get a single for it. Mohammed Hafiz out there fielding in the deep. England up to 60 for 1. Bit of chatter from the skipper, you can hear as he stands right up by the stumps as Shadab comes in to bowl over the wicket, and it's short and it's strained down leg side, and Root has just clubbed that for 4 through mid-wicket along the deck.
Excellent shot from Root. The ball was back of length and he just swayed back and then hit it onto the mid-wicket, squarish mid-wicket, and gets 4 for England.
Root on to 18, and the total ticks over to 64 for 1. Root waits again. Shadab at the start of his run-up, just outside leg, and Root tried to play a late cut, but it went through to the wicket-keeper's gloves. No run time. More chatter from Sarfraz behind the wicket as Shadab comes in for this 5th ball of the 12th over, and it's a full toss, and it was an airy full toss, and Root tried to drive it through the covers, but that man at short extra cover picked it up.
Root unlucky this time. It was quite easy delivery to hit to the boundary, but unlucky, stay to the fielder.
Too much air from Shadab, just being made to wait as Root just assesses the field around him. In comes Shadab again, up to the wicket, bowls. Forward defensive from Root, poked out on the offside, and he'll keep the strike as he and Bairstow scamper through for a single. End of the 12th over, 65 for 1, England. Pakistan winning the toss and electing to field. And the run rate currently just just under 5.5 and over from England.
It's a great start from England. Although they lost 1 wicket, Alex Hales, that was a key player for England. But Jonny Bairstow, he had a good run now at the moment, batting on 33 and 37 balls. So they are having a good partnership now.
Penny for Jason Roy's thoughts right now as he's sitting presumably in the dressing room watching his replacement on 33, having survived an LBW and a drop catch. 33 off 37 for Bairstow, but it's Root who's facing this next over from Imad. But Bairstow will get the strike next because Root has just punched the first delivery up to long on. And so Root goes on to 20. 66 for 1 England. Imad coming in from the Cathedral Road end. This beautiful sunshine. Played straight back to him by Bairstow. Not so much of a swell on the River Taff as we saw when we were here a few days ago for England against New Zealand. It was fairly torrenting by the other day.
Yeah.
Next delivery squirted out on the offside by Bairstow. No run.
It's a perfect weather for cricketers. The players and the crowd, everybody enjoys the atmosphere now.
Plenty of Pakistan support, plenty of green and white flags we can see, probably outnumbering the English support at the moment. Imad short and wide outside off stump and cut from Bairstow straight to the fielder. There were 37% of the tickets that have been sold for this game that were allocated to Indian fans who thought they'd be here for the semi-final. Yeah. Now whether they've just elected to stay away or they've come to cheer on England, I don't know.
Or they might sell it at the gate, might today.
Straightforward defensive from Bairstow to Imad, no run.
Excellent bowling from Imad. He's using all this experience here and bowling wicket to wicket, not giving too much room to the batsman.
Bairstow with his high backlift waits for this next delivery and he'll just casually play that up to long on. They'll jog through for another single to England. Just 2 off that over from Imad Wasim. 67 for 1 then England. You're listening to TalkSport in the UK and around the world on Cricket Radio with our affiliated partners in all corners of the globe, like South Africa and the UAE and Sri Lanka, Pakistan, the USA. Nice early start for you if you're listening to us in America. England are off to a good start. 67 for 1. And normally at this stage, as Jared Kimber, who'll be taking over from me very shortly, but they'll be 3 down by this stage and trying to build again. Shadab in from the Riverside end. Really airy shot, full of length, and Bairstow just clubs him straight back over his head for 4.
Excellent shot from Jonny Bairstow. Shadab just gave a little bit of air and Jonny Bairstow uses that flight and straight it over the bowler head.
Minimum foot movement from Bairstow. He moves on to 38 and waits for this next delivery from Shadab, and he clubs him again. There is a fielder at long off, he'll collects it on the bounce, Shoaib Malik. So just a single. And is this a tactic from England now? They're looking to take on this young 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on him, playing a big game in front of big crowds. So a lot of nerves going around now.
Bairstow moves on to 39. Joe Root, let's see what he's got in store. He's on 20 facing this next delivery, and he plays it elegantly out on the offside to the fielder Mohamed Hafiz, just coming in from the boundary. So Root will go through for a single to 21. 73 for 1 England in this ICC Champions Trophy semi-final at the Cardiff Wales Stadium. Another airy delivery, but this time Jonny Bairstow plays all around it.
Excellent delivery from Shadab, just giving a bit of flight and spins it away towards the offside.
Oh, definitely got some turn there.
Yeah.
Not huge, but very noticeable past the outside edge. Next delivery, Bairstow just tentatively prods out on the offside, sent back by Joe Root as Imad Wasim was tearing in from backward point. No run taken. 73 for 1. Shadab waits. Bairstow on 39, preparing to face. Just let that run off the thick outside edge. Backward point comes round to field. No run taken. We've reached the end of the 14th over. It is 73 for 1 England, having been put into bat by Pakistan this morning. If you're just tuning in to TalkSport or Cricket Radio, a few words from Yasir Arafat, and then to pick up commentary, it's the man with all the stats, Jared Kimber.
Yeah, Imad bowling his 5th over now. He's conceding only 12 runs in 4 overs, 3 runs an over, so he's going well. He's bowling according to his field, wicket to wicket, and using all his experience now.
I'm going to talk about wicket to wicket with you because I want to ask you a question. Bairstow, the first 25-30 balls he faced, only faced about 5 or 6 outside off stump. So obviously they've got a real tactic team. But Imad Wasim comes into bowl and this is pushed down to long on for 1 run. Is that you would have bowled to Bairstow a little bit? Yeah. Is there something in his technique that they're trying to find there?
I mean, every batsman always struggle if you bowl wicket to them, no matter how big the player is. But I think they just want not to give him extra room to play his open his arms.
There's a bit of room here. There's outside a stump, and he chops this into the ground. He timed it quite well, but straight out to point. And there is no run. JC, our producer, is just fixing his phone. Just before I came on air, I tried to give him a little tap in the belly. Somehow managed to smash his phone on the ground. It's been a rough start today. Imad comes in again. He fires this one in at middle and leg, and they knock it up too long on, and they just take 1. Imad Wasim doing pretty much what he does all the time, just straight, hard to get away, very quick.
And seam up, mostly he bowls most seam up. He hardly turns any ball, so he just tries wicket to wicket and seam up deliveries.
But very clever cricketer as well.
Yeah, he is.
Comes in from around the wicket to Joe Root, and this is pushed back to Imad, and there is no run. There are 5 men inside the circle. We've got a cover, back as point, short third man, short mid wicket, and a fine leg up in the circle. Imad coming around the wicket again. And gives this a little bit of air, and it's just lent on by Root, goes out to point, and they take 1. Beautiful day. The crowds come in. It took them a little while.
Yeah.
It took them a little while to find all the resale tickets on the ICC website, but they're here now.
Yes. I mean, excellent. I mean, looking at the crowd here now, it's almost packed now. Few more seats still empty, but it's going to be a cracker game of cricket today, especially with the sun is shining.
Definitely. This one is knocked down too long off by Bairstow, and he takes a single. To be fair, I saw a lot of Pakistani fans on my way in just trying to find parking. I think they'd come in from other parts of the UK, and they were just trying to find a place to actually put their car. The score is 77 for 1 after 15 overs. Bairstow is on 41 off 50 in his first game, coming in for Jason Roy. And Joe Root is 23 of 27. You're listening to TalkSport and Cricket Radio. I'm Jared Kimber. Yes, Arafat with me here. Now, Pakistan need to take wickets. They have been at their absolute best in this tournament, probably in this period here. Sometimes with a spinner or sometimes with a quick, getting a couple of wickets early on. But I can't see how they're going to create one unless the leg spinner does something miraculous here, and he doesn't. He bowls full and Bairstow tries to slap him away. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Pakistan need to take a wickets now, but otherwise England gonna, by looking at now, I mean, they are a good partnership now, so they're looking for 300 plus now if they are going with that run rate. So definitely Pakistan need a wicket, and Shadab is the best guy to get a wicket now.
And he comes in again, the young leg spinner, and spins away from Root, who hits it straight to point. I had a look at the CricViz statistics just before I came on air to see what, see the difference between the two sides. Essentially, when you look at this on paper, England is about a 55-run better side than Pakistan, which shows you how good Pakistan have to be to win this, and that isn't good. That is a full toss. It's low. Very lucky, actually, that Bairstow has Root has just found the deep square fielder. Timed that beautifully, and we've seen a couple of full tosses. Maybe you've been a little bit full so far.
Yeah, I think pressure might get into Shadab at the moment. As soon as he got his first wicket, I think he'll be quite settled in now.
Just got to get that first wicket. Yeah. he's knocked a point. Yeah.
And talking about 50 runs ahead of Pakistan, I was talking to earlier with somebody down there with Pakistan player that. Nowadays, most of the teams score 300 runs, which is normal in 50 over. Pakistan is lacking that because in the past, Pakistan have a good late middle order batsmen like Abdul Razak,
This is just outside of stop. He hits this to point. They put a slip in, so they are going for the wicket.
Yeah, Abdul Razak, Azhar Mahmood, and Shahid Afridi, which could come in the late in the order and take the run rate high like 7 and 8 in the over. So that's we are liking at the moment. So yeah.
Well, I've got a good stat about that actually. That I think you will like. Shadab comes in again, and there's an edge, and it's dropped a slip. It's almost caught the short third man. He's parried that, and there's a fumble. I'm not sure how the fumble happened in the end. But he slashed it, that did Bairstow, and Slip got his hands up and hit the middle of the palms by the look of it, parried it over the crossbar, and somehow short third man was running around, but in the end they've got a single.
I think Jonny Bairstow is Babar Azam. It's Babar Azam.
It was Babar Azam, and who was that coming in, flying in?
Hassan Ali.
It was Hassan Ali who came in, who then fumbled. He tried to get the catch, and he's given up the single, but that was right off the middle of Babar Azam's hand. It was a full ball outside of stump, gave Bairstow a bit of room, and he slashed away. It was good bowling, but unfortunately the catch has gone down.
Yeah, as expected from Pakistan fielders.
From the moment that Mohammad Amir's back was injured until now, almost everything that could have gone wrong for them has gone wrong for them. We've got a bowling change though, and Hassan Ali's come on. He has been a real live wire in this tournament so far. He's only really had one bad moment, and that was at the death against India. What I was going to say before is there's only one team in this tournament over the last 2 years who averages more than 300 an innings, and that is England.
Okay.
And I'm not going to shock you here, Pakistan don't average anywhere near that. But it is Hassan Ali, no slip, 5 men up in the circle as he comes onto bowl, and that hits the bat pretty hard actually. Bairstow turns this on the leg side. So if I'm not mistaken, Bairstow is now being dropped twice. And Joe,
and one review in favour of
and a review.
Yeah, and a review. Yeah.
Jason Roy must be looking on, going, well, I could have made runs if this kept happening.
So luck is with Jonny Bairstow today, so he might have big 100 today.
Well, he's at 43 off 55 at the moment. He's facing Hassan Ali. He's in the air again. He's tried to drive this on the up. He's timed it quite well, but mid-on. I can't see who that is, but mid-on has done a good driving save.
It's Junaid Khan at mid-on.
He looked quite athletic there, actually. A good save, and there is no run. So the score is 80 for 1 after 16.2. Pakistan has had 2 drops, both of Bairstow. We've also had the DRS that they missed by a blade of grass outside leg stump. It looked pretty close to me. But Hassan Ali is steaming into Bairstow again, and he's up, and this has got to be up. This has to be got in. Bairstow has been caught. Deep backwards square, trying to pull that. He didn't time it. He was looking a little bit ropey, Bairstow, and finally Pakistan have caught him. Hassan Ali again with the break.
Excellent bowling from Hassan Ali. I mean that's he's been doing for the last couple of months now, and he's been a real key for Pakistan, and he's showing it again today.
That was lovely. The catch out in the outfield. All that experience paid off. It was an absolute super though. We would be crying if he had dropped that. But excellent from Hassan Ali. He's been taking early wickets when he comes on. He comes on in this middle period. He doesn't like the new ball. He comes on in this middle period of the game, and he's so important.
Yeah. He likes to bowl with the old ball because he uses his variation, and he bowls the Yorkers quite well. And
now they need at least 1 more wicket. They probably need 6 more wickets, but they need at least 1 more wicket. England is an incredible side. So many times they've been 3 down for under 100 and still scored over 300. Yeah, so I've got about 4 here, plus I've got a 296 and a 286. So they are an incredible side. We've got drinks actually now.
I mean, if you see England's batting lineup, they bat down, deep down till Liam Plunkett, I think. Yeah, Liam Plunkett got big, I think, 100 in domestic cricket.
Well, Plunkett will come in at 9.
Yeah.
Plunkett or Ali will come
after Adil Rashid,
They can both obviously
they bat down quite deep.
Mark Wood can bat a bit as well.
Yeah, he can hit few big ones.
So they're going to go quite hard, I think. And so they're actually holding themselves back. I think this pitch is just not coming on. We've seen a lot of balls sort of scooped up a little bit. We had a cover drive that Alex Hales went out to. We've had a couple of drives from Bairstow that's gone in the air a little bit. We had the chip leading edge. So
it's a used pitch, so you can expect that from the pitch. And also, if you see the England-New Zealand game, the pool game, where you see the pitch, the ball was up and down. And when I was playing county cricket here, always the pitch always helped bowlers to the bowlers. It kept up and down double pace pitch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Eoin Morgan has come out, but we had thought they might have brought out a new ball, but we've certainly got drinks here, and Pakistan fans, you can hear them now. They're a little bit quiet for a little while there.
Yeah.
It was very noticeable in the last game when they went 7 wickets down that somehow all the Pakistan fans left the ground just for about an hour and a half and came back just as the chase got very close.
Yeah, it was a great partnership in the last game. Amir and Sarfraz, 75-run partnership. Definitely we're going to miss him today in this game. But Roman Reis, instead of Amir today, he showed some good bowling.
Well, this is a very good pitch for medium-fast left-arm seam because Alan Wilkins, obviously Cardiff legend, he took 130 wickets in this day cricket, an average of 22. And he went at 4.09 and over, and a lot of that I'm assuming was right here. Little left arm seam, probably swing it sideways, Wilco.
And yep. keep it up.
Keep up at the stumps? No, that offended him. You never say that, do you? I think you're allowed to say it. But Joe Root is going to be facing Hassan Ali. The batsman crossed, so it's Eoin Morgan at the non-striker's end. Root is 24 for 29, so England are now 80 for 2 after 16.3 overs. Pakistan have lost their review. England still have one left, and it's Hassan Ali, the wicket taker, coming in again, and that hits the bat quite hard. Joe Root turns this short mid wicket. There's no run. His speeds never come up. That 138 is about as quick as I've seen him bowl, and yet he hits the bat so hard, so often.
Yeah, he's kind of a skiddy, quick arm action. So you don't expect a quick ball from him, but when you face him, he hits the bat very hard. Yeah.
So they haven't over-attacked. It is Root on strike, but they haven't brought in a slip for Hassan Ali yet. But he's got the 5 men in the circle still. As he comes into Root again, this is outside of stump. Root drops his bat on this and steals a single out to cover point. They've changed their cover point today. They've got Shadab Khan out there. He is supposed to be the best young fielder in Pakistan. He has been fumbling a bit in this tournament, but he's a phenomenal athlete. He got a couple of amazing run-outs in the PSL.
Yeah, we got few young players in the side, and which helps the fielding side. If you see Babar Azam, Shadab, and then Fakhr Zaman, the guy who made his debut in this tournament. So we've got quite young side players in the side.
Of course, Babar Azam has dropped a catch. But very athletically.
Yeah.
He moved his hands very good. We do have a slip in for Eoin Morgan. It's sort of somewhere between first and second slip, the sort of floating slip that you see a lot in one-day cricket, allowing the keeper to have a dive. So Eoin Morgan's going to be facing his first ball. Just the 5 men in. They haven't brought in an extra sweeper. So we've got the square sweepers and the fine sweepers all out as Hassan Ali comes in to Eoin Morgan. And that is defended back down the pitch. And that is the end of his over. So that over is taken 1 for 1. So the score is 81 for 2 after 139 kilometres. Hello. Yasser has left me, and someone who probably slightly more, roughly the same height, but maybe a little bit slower with the bowling.
Very much slower with the bowling. Morning, Jared.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Jared. It's good start by England, but you could say good start by Pakistan. It's pretty even Stevens at the moment.
Had they taken all their catches, had the review gone their way, I think they'd be really happy. My worry is that England are probably already a third of the way to a score that might be too much for them.
I'm thinking 280 will be a decent score on here.
Yeah.
The shape of this ground is interesting because it dictates the way people bowl, it dictates the way the batsmen play because it's so short behind. Sure, there with Bairstow, he got a top edge. He didn't connect, but it is quite a long hit.
It's a very big boundary out there,
is.
Isn't it? Yeah. And we've got a bowling change. We've got Mohamed Hafiz coming on, who's recently back to bowling after remodelling his bowling eventually.
Yes.
He stopped, just for a while, he just didn't seem to be working on it and wasn't bowling at all. So it's good to have him back because he's very important to this Pakistan side, and he bowled very well early on against South Africa. So you've got 5 men in the circle for him as Hafiz comes in. He's outside off stump and eases it away for a single. Be interesting to see if they try a slip for Eoin Morgan.
Jared, they've got 4 spinners, Pakistan, haven't they? And it'll be interesting to see if England use Root here because it looks like spin may be the way to go.
Yeah, it probably just depends on how many wickets they get. They have got a slip coming in for Eoin Morgan. So good attacking from Sarfraz as he moves his field around. 36 years older, I think. in official age. Might be a little bit older, but
Steve Harmison was saying something similar.
but official age 36. So at this age, you can pretty much tell the captain where you want the field.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Got a short third man, a short fine leg, short cover, and a mid wicket, and then the third man, the first slip in. And this is short and horrible, but it doesn't get up at all. And Eoin Morgan sort of mistimes it a little bit, but it goes out to long on, and they take a single.
This pitch has done that, hasn't it? 3 or 4 times it's kept a little bit low, as you said. I heard you saying, stopping a little bit, not quite coming on. So, yeah, this isn't a 320, 340 pitch.
No, not even for England.
No.
Yes. Hafiz comes in again, and this spins into the pads of Joe Root, who flicks it with ease out to deep mid wicket. Yeah, generally at this stage, I think England would want to be probably an extra 10 or 15 runs on with their score, and they'd be attacking a lot more than that. They're only going at 4.8. They usually go, with this part of the game, they'd be up to about 6.1 generally. So they're certainly going a little bit slower, and I think that's in part because of the service. That's a good ball from Hafiz. Yeah. In around middle and leg, spins and makes Eoin Morgan just check his shot, and he taps it out to short mid wicket. They don't take a run.
They also know that Pakistan's game plan is to bowl England out cheaply and win the game that way.
Their lovely little hop from Hafiz, or double hop. And this is defended out to off stump. So he's got a hop at the start of his action.
Okay.
And then he's got a hop as he gets the crease. So if you just want to, tap the microphone when you notice each one.
Okay.
So it's like a little. There's the first hop,
one.
And then just as you get a
Second
lovely little hop, and this is pushed back to him, and there is no run. So good over from Hafiz, just the 3 runs from it. So they're 84 for 2 at the end of the 18th over. So where have you been? I haven't seen you in the box that much. Have you been walking around?
No, we haven't been walking around. We were sitting outside, a very nice position, and it's lovely to see the ground full now. Or certainly on the left-hand side, and to our right, still a bit of space if you're thinking of coming down. But it's a great atmosphere, and Pakistani fans making a tremendous noise.
Now, we're a little bit quieter.
Yes, well, they're sports fans, all sports. We're all the same.
Yeah.
When our team's doing well, we're loud, and when we're not, we don't watch. We leave, we go away, we do anything. Yeah, anything.
I love it when opposition fans always say, "Oh, look, that's the team that leaves early when your team's losing." So that's all the team.
That's
all the fans.
That's everyone. Yeah.
Hassan Ali coming in. No, he's not. He's not coming in at all. As Joe Root has pulled away. Now, is it because they were moving the field? Now, Joe Root and Sarfraz are having a discussion. Now the umpire's getting involved. I think the field might have been changing as Joe Root was coming in, but I didn't see anyone moving.
No, he must have sensed something, but I've been impressed with Hassan Ali. He's looked really good so far.
So far this tournament, in fact, so far this year, he's probably one of the best one-day bowlers in the world this year. And this tournament, he's certainly been proving that. This time, he is going to come in to Joe Root. That's outside of stump, but Joe Root just leans on this, times it beautifully. It will go out to deep cover, and they will take 1.
They're not exactly peppering the boundaries, are they, England today?
No. And Root's hit 2. Morgan he's only faced a couple of balls, but Hales didn't hit that many either. So yeah,
Hales looked in good nick till he got out. Bairstow had a little bit of luck, but you have to say, look, in this innings alone, he's made more than Roy has in the entire tournament. So I'd say justified his selection. But
well, as I was saying to Yatta though, Roy would have loved to have been dropped twice and hadn't have an LBW overruled.
That's cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. But we've got a slip in for Eoin Morgan as Hassan Ali hustles into the crease again, and this is a good ball, carries beautifully through to Sarfraz. Eoin Morgan raises the bat, lets the ball go through.
That one up at 140, that was a bit of pace, that wasn't it?
That's as quick as I've seen him, I think. I thought 138 was about the top of his speed before, but that certainly went through that. That hit the gloves very hard for Sarfraz. Still on its way up, and not everything's been like that so far today.
Did enjoy that shot by Hales on the top of the bounce, that drive. That was a lovely shot.
He does make driving look. Tall men make driving look better. Everyone talks about left-handers being elegant, which is a massive myth. This ball is outside off stump and chopped into the ground by Morgan, and it goes to backward point. There's no run. I think, but a tall man who can drive is quite often one of the best batsmen to look at.
Definitely.
Of any hand. I hate the left-handers are elegant with.
Well, it depends.
Simon Katic, Shivnarine, Chandrapal, Graham Smith.
Yeah, they're not all.
Gautam Gambhir.
But you can counter that with a bit of David Gow.
Yeah, occasionally. Batsmen of both hands can be elegant.
Morgan's an interesting player, isn't he? He's an interesting player to watch. He's so wristy. And he's been in good nick. I don't want to bock him.
He was in terrible nick for a while, wasn't he? And he's come good. He's facing it. He slashes this away,
That's
but
a nice shot.
it's just going to go down to third man for one. They've got the slip in and a backward point. He picked the gap between the two of them easily. It was along the ground, but he certainly tried to. I think he tried to hit that a lot harder than he ended up hitting it.
It just doesn't look that easy batting today. It's England have done all right, but it's stop go, isn't it? Really.
You think you'd be struggling if you were out there? Is that what you're saying?
I'll definitely be struggling without there.
I had a look at Bairstow. There's a stat that Crick Info use called the control stat, where they try and work out how often you're in control of each ball. And just before I came on air, Bairstow was at about 65-66%, which says that they're not in charge, the batsmen. This is short, and when I say it's short, it's incredibly short, and it goes about a foot and a half over Root's head, and the umpire called wide straight away. I'm not even sure if he looked at square leg.
No, he didn't. Square leg didn't give it. He didn't bother. It was so obvious.
That just got stuck in the pitch, and that was 2.5 feet maybe over his head.
He could have headed it if he jumped.
Not sure if you get runs for heading, because he's not really trying to get out the way of the ball at that stage.
No, not really.
Hassan Ali turns at the top of his mark. He's coming into Root. This is short again, this time off the middle of the outer point. It's a good ball.
Yep.
They're not finding it easy to score off him. So he is now into his second over. He's only gone for 4 runs. He's taken the 1 wicket of Bairstow.
He's doing exactly what England's fast bowlers will do, which is basically hit the middle of the pitch.
This is there aren't many parts of the game that Pakistan are better than England at. But in the middle period, which is when England bowlers are quite well respected, Pakistan bowlers are even better in the middle period because it's the only way that they win games. Hassan Ali comes in, and this is flayed away outside off stump,
nice
outside
shot
of the bat, and they're going to get 2 down to third man with these sort of deep pockets on this ground. Shoaib Malik looked like an older gentleman the way he went after that, fumbled it a little bit, but there was always going to be 2. It's quite interesting because of the angles on this ground. It's almost like there's an extra pocket where you can get a second run, but that's 89 for 2 after 19 overs.
Lots of 2s available here on the...
Yeah, certainly wide of the wicket. Root is 30 off 36. Morgan is 2 off 8. And I think we'll continue with Hafiz. Here we are continuing with Hafiz. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Have you been to much cricket down here?
No, I've never been here. No. That's how well travelled I am.
It's a great place.
I only do Lords in the Oval. You must know that.
I always say yes to the games in London myself.
Exactly.
Hafiz comes in, and this is pushed to short cover. Eoin Morgan, they keep a little bit of pressure on him. There's no run there.
No, we're blessed here in this country. We've got some fabulous grounds, and atmosphere at Edgbaston on Saturday was sensational. Not good for you, of course, but great for us.
We had a field change until one fielder decided he didn't want to be changed, and he told the captain to stop it. So we've still got the short fine leg in. And Eoin Morgan is knocking this down too long on. He's just going to take 1.
I think there's going to be a lot of this. I think England are really just trying to bat themselves into position for a sort of onslaught in the last 10 overs.
Well, they are by far and away. Well, they're the best team in the middle overs when it comes to run rates and the amount of runs they actually score. But they're also the best team at the death. They can certainly wait to the end of this game, I think, before really going for it. Oh, there's a misfield at short mid-wicket. It was quite athletic.
He's quite happy with just kicking the ground.
Is that Shadab?
There's been a bit of that. I think
he's very athletic, but he does fumble. Yeah, there's been a little bit, although, to be fair, compared to the Indian game, they are actually fielding.
Yes.
Which is a huge step up. 91 for 2. Hafiz coming around the wicket to Morgan. Morgan's reverse sweeping, going up. I don't think it's out. Hafiz has run down the pitch. He sort of appealed, and he ran down to talk to his captain to talk about the review.
Which they haven't got.
Which they do not have, and I don't think he's quite worked it out yet.
Yeah. He still wants to review it.
Now, we're just going to see a replay there. I think...
Oh, no, he hit it.
Well, other than the fact he hit it, it was pretty straight.
Yeah, it was.
There's a big edge on that.
Yeah.
Eoin Morgan didn't look worried, but to be honest, Eoin Morgan doesn't look worried very much ever about anything.
Wicket's coming, lads, come on!
He had the wicketkeeper there. They're expecting a wicket any moment.
Oh!
He backs away and he tries to give himself some room, and he chops this to backward point, and you can hear Sarfraz again, very excited, getting in the ear of Eoin Morgan. Eoin Morgan is 3 off 12, so they're certainly keeping the pressure on him. Still got that slip in for him as well, and Hafiz is bowling very well, very straight to him. Comes around the wicket, and he gives himself room again. This time he will get it away. That's going to go out to forward of the sweeper, and they take 2. Yet again, it's just sort of that big pocket. There's no way you can cover all these boundaries, and they go back. But just the 4 runs from that over, Pakistan will be fairly happy, although they will be looking for wickets. At the end of 20 overs, it is 93 for 2. Root is 31 from 37, and Morgan is 5 from 13.
It's not untypical for Morgan, though. He does tend to ease himself into an innings. He likes to get the pace of the pitch, and he just accelerates as he goes on. So if he stays in, that's I'm sure what he'll do today.
He's a calculating man. He's the sort of man, you know, when you come out of a shopping centre and you're not exactly sure where your car is, and anyone looking around straight away sees your face and they know that. He'd be the sort of guy that would style that out and would make everyone feel like he knows where his car is, even as he does 23 laps looking for his car.
I'm not letting you know.
But it's Joe Root who's facing Hassan Ali. The ball's full, and that hits the middle of the bat, but Joe Root's soft hands drops it at cover, and they take off. Shadab Khan he's so much quicker than the other Pakistani fielders, and he has a shy at the stumps, but I think they were always going to get through there. That was good running.
What about Joe Root? Would he know where his car was?
Joe Root would just know where his car is.
He'd just know, absolutely.
He's that kind of man. Or Shahid Afridi would just walk home.
He wouldn't bother.
He's like, well, if I've lost my car, I've lost my car. I'll just have to buy another one.
Or I'll win another one.
Yeah.
Sponsor's car. They don't have that here, do they? It's such a feature of the IPL, giving away nice prizes to people.
Hassan Ali coming around the wicket with a slip to Eoin Morgan. It's full, and he digs this up to mid-on, and there's no run. Well, there's that famous story, isn't it? Richard Hadley won a car in one of the Australian tournaments back in the day, and usually what they would do is they would sell the car and split the money up. And Richard Hadley went, you know what? Pretty sure I did most of this on my own. I'm keeping this
I'll
car.
have that car. Yeah.
Not all players can get away with that.
Often a motorbike, I notice, in India as well.
They do. Motorbikes are very popular in India. And when you're in Mumbai and cities like that, you understand why. There's almost no way to drive around in a car.
It's true.
94 for 2 is Hassan Ali coming around the wicket to Eoin Morgan. He can't score again, so he's 5 from 15 now. And just wondering if he won't show it, but he might just be getting a little bit frustrated now. And interesting that Hassan Ali's coming around the wicket to him. He took a couple of wickets. I think it was JP Duminy and Wayne Parnell coming around the wicket. That was with reverse swing.
It's a bit early for that, I think.
Yeah, but he's certainly comfortable when he comes around the wicket. One slip in, still the 5 men inside the circle. We've got fine leg and third man, and a deep point and a deep forward square, I think, out on the rope. And this is timed not brilliantly by Eoin Morgan, but he's going to get a run out to cover. Joe Root wanted 2, but wasn't 2 there, even to a Pakistan sweeper.
That's interesting, actually, because Morgan is in good nick, going, has been going into pretty quick, 142 miles an hour, but he definitely missed time there.
Just the 2 runs from this over. I'm not sure we've seen Morgan time a ball yet, actually. He's knocked a couple out to the sweepers like that, but he certainly hasn't smashed anything off the middle of the bat just yet. But Joe Root is 32 off 38. Very well-paced innings on a pitch like this. And this is outside off stump, and he just gets it past point. Shadab Khan makes a dive. But when Joe Root wants a single, it's very rare that he doesn't get one. And that is the end of the over. 3 runs from that over. It's 96 for 2. If they go at 8 runs and over from here, which they won't go at 8 runs and over from here, but they might be able to go quite quick at the end. We're looking at 329. If they can get over 300, it would be a great effort, but also Pakistan, I don't think can get anywhere near that on this pitch, but they're certainly setting themselves up. Lots of batting to come. Eoin Morgan is facing Hassan Ali round the wicket with a slip. He charges down the wicket and missed time.
Same thing again.
He played a tennis shot halfway down the wicket, hit it straight into the ground, dribbles out the cover, and there is no run. So he might be frustrated. He's 6 off 17, end of the over, 96 for 2. 3 from that over. So Hassan Ali, 3 overs, 1 for 9. Yet again, he just puts pressure on.
Putting the brake on, absolutely. Root, though, isn't he clever? 33 off 39. You've hardly noticed him until you said I couldn't believe he was actually on 33. So he's accumulating and probably playing the right way for these sort of conditions.
A lot of things are going right for Pakistan after earlier. A lot of things are going wrong. Another one is that Mohammad Hafiz is getting away with a lot of dot balls here. So, that's another bowling option for them. So it gives them flexibility at the end because they are not a very good death bowling team. And they also don't have Mohammad Amir today. So Mohammad Hafiz with mid-off up in the circle for Joe Root. The 5 men up as he comes over the wicket to Joe Root. A little bit up, as you hear Sarfraz just moan a little bit as that flicks up the pitch, but it was never going to be caught by anyone.
He's in control.
Take 1 to long on.
I don't think England will be too worried at this stage. I don't. It's it's steady, and anything between 280 and 300 will take a bit of game. Yeah, only 8 4s though so far. No 6s. Not surprising with these big boundaries to the side.
Yeah, if we see 6s, it will come our way. So hope you're ready when you're out there in the outer later. Sarfraz coming round the wicket.
I'm fancying Stokes to break this window today. I'm pretty convinced he's going to.
Eoin Morgan knocks this up to long on, and they take a single. Yeah, I think Angelo Matthews, I think it was right, might have just hit just near the umbrella. We all got excited, but didn't quite make us in the last game. It was a low-scoring game, so there weren't too many 6s in that game, although almost all of them came over in this direction. Sarfraz comes in again to Joe Root, and so easily knocks this down to mid-on for 1. He must be an incredibly frustrating batsman to bowl to, because it just seems that at any stage he can find a single at any part in the field, which is something that Eoin Morgan struggled a little bit more with. Still got the slip in.
It's one of the keys to batting in one-day cricket is rotating the strike, as well as the boundaries, of course.
A little hop from Hafiz as he comes in again, and this is short, doesn't get up. Keeps a little bit low, but it comes off the bottom of the bat out to deep mid-wicket, and they just take 1. So Eoin Morgan still not looking pretty. He's 8 off 19. That is England's 100, though. They're 100 for 2 after 21.4 overs. Root is 35 off 41. We've got 2 balls left in this over, although Andy Jacobs is trying to leave
I've already
early.
gone. I was having my lunch.
It's not Edgbaston. You're not going to get a roast.
Oh, that's not good.
There's no reason to run. Although they did have scrambled eggs this morning, so well done, Cardiff.
Tremendous news.
Mohamed Hafiz over the wicket, and this is just flicked away easily again.
Just finds
by
those
Joe
gaps,
Root.
doesn't he?
Yeah, deep mid wicket to take 1. So they've got 5 singles in this over, which is good, because that's the one thing that England, Root's been finding singles easy, but Eoin Morgan not so much. So the fact they both scored singles in this over, but last ball taking the slip out now puts him to backward point, and they've got a short third man. So just change the field slightly to Morgan, gives himself room, and pays off straight away as backward point comes around, saves that run. So they're 101 for 2 at the end of 22 overs. You're going to be leaving for Bumble.
I am. Here's Bumble. He's coming in now.
And it is a beautiful day at Cardiff. Oh, just found my lunch voucher. Lucky me. And as Bumble puts his headset on, I'm going to leave Bumble, and Alan Wilkins is going to be joining me to talk about left arm seam at Cardiff.
Run rate is 4.59, 2 down England. Still even is this. Spider cam hovers. He's just above the batsman and then disappears into the ether.
Isn't that in Surrey?
If you've got a lisp, yeah.
Joe Root, as he always does, looks so much in command of his game, doesn't he? He really does. Just pushes, knows he's going to get the single. So what a good contest we've got here. You've got 2 sides playing in the semi-finals for the 4th time, but neither of these teams has won the ICC Champions Trophy. Pakistan beaten semi-finalists 3 times, and England runner-up 3 times. So runner-up twice and semi-finalists in 2009. Now Hassan Ali from the Cathedral Road end, short, that's down the leg side, and the keeper can't grab it, and Maria Rasmus, he signals 4.
Just out of the grasp of the wicket-keeper, Sarfraz, diving away to his right. He's just got enough on this, Eoin Morgan. The intent was there to find the boundary. He found it very fine. It's always a problem for third man and fine leg at this River Taff end, because if it beats you,
it's
if
gone.
It goes fine, it just goes for 4.
It's gone, absolutely. And Pakistan winning the toss here this morning. Sarfraz putting England into bat. Round the wicket, Hassan comes again, and Morgan watchfully just knocks it straight back to the bowler.
Thought England won the Champions Trophy, when was it? 1997. Round about then.
Who?
97, 98 Champions Trophy. England won that. Brilliant coaching, as far as I remember.
Yes, it was. What a good coach they had in those days.
It was in Sharjah, wasn't it, if I do recall? That was the Champions Trophy. England won it. I'm not telling you anything else. I might tell you this: there are only 4 teams in it.
Yeah, that was a United Arab Emirates special party, wasn't it? For
West
what
Indies.
a good coach!
West Indies.
What a good coach West Indies had those days. Hassan Ali again runs in, and round the wicket he comes.
just shows you the changing face of cricket at that time. England won.
Well done.
Oh, it's wonderful. It was magnificent. Adam Hollyoake was captain.
Yeah.
And we practiced. You know where we practiced? Before we went, we dropped into Lahore and practiced in the Gymkhana club at Lahore, and then dropped into Sharjah. It was fabulous.
Yeah. 107 for 2. The men out: Jonny Bairstow 43, Alex Hales 13. Root on strike, Hassan Ali, and Root turns him leg side straight to the man at deep square on that leg side in front of a packed stand now. It's the end of 23 overs. It's 108 for 2. Looks lovely now, doesn't it, Cardiff? The Cardiff Wales Stadium. We're here at Sophia Gardens, which is the land. It's called Sophia Gardens. The Cardiff Wales Stadium for this ICC Champions Trophy. That bank of stand over on the far side towards the city is just about full. Lots of green here, Bumble, today.
Yeah, there always would be, and it's terrific and so different. We were here last week and it was a grim sort of day. It was windy. Wales is a wonderful country, beautiful people, and it transforms when you get the sun. And it's filled up as the ground. There's a problem getting into the ground, and the tickets that mainly were bought by Indian spectators and have been returned and then rebought. So I think they've done terrifically well. It will be full.
Now Shadab Khan comes back. He's bowled 3 overs, none for 16. Yep, 3 overs, none for 16. He's just 18 years of age, 18 years and 253 days. And he's some talent, this fella. Bombley bowls a great googly. I mean, there's such a slight change in the wrist position, but he bowls a terrific googly. Not sure how much turn he's going to get here today, though. Gives this one a little bit of loft, and it's stroked handsomely to the man at deep cover on the fence. Well, actually, none of these boundary fielders are on the fence. They're all about 8, 10, 12 yards inside.
Well, particularly square of the wicket.
Yeah.
This game might just develop into a battle of the leg spinners. Leg spinners on both sides. Rashid is bowling beautifully for England, and he'll be quite happy, Rashid, that he's bowling last on here.
Yeah, yeah. You were surprised, weren't you, when Sarfraz, who's now going down the pitch to have a chat to his young bowler, they're mid-pitch having a chat here now as Root and Morgan just wait. But you were surprised when Sarfraz won the toss and decided to put England in. You if you'd been captain, you would have batted.
Well, I would, but I'm more old school. He played on this 2 days ago, so
yeah,
he's got to back his own judgment, and I would think that he's actually saying that he wants a chase. If England play well, he's going to get one.
Well, a year ago they chased down 303 on this ground to beat England as Shadab bowls up to the bat and Morgan plays it mid-on, no run.
In that game where they chased that 303 down, was Misbah playing, was Eunice Khan playing?
Well, Shoaib Malik got 77 and Sarfraz got 90. Misbah might have been playing, you're right. Eunice, now you take Eunice Khan and Misbah ul Haq out of this team and you've got very, very large holes to fill.
Well, I'm surprised. I thought that with the batting lineup that he's got, he'd have wanted to bat first and then put pressure on England with this fella, with the leg spinner.
Shadab to Joe Root. Joe Root, 39 from 46. He's got 2 boundaries in there. Shadab loses his run-up or loses his grip, and like all spin bowlers, they just put their hand into the rough at the foot marks, get a little bit of dust on the fingers just to get some purchase for the next delivery. Here he goes again, full length and long off his back, so that's an easy push for a single for Joe Root.
A big player for Pakistan is the captain. He's a really good captain. He's very innovative out in the field, but what a batsman. No, Sarfraz is a lovely player.
He's a scrapper. He's a real scrapper. A little bit reminds me of Clive Radley, used to play for Middlesex.
Reminds me a lot of Javed Miandad. That's the end of the over. Oh, that dreaded number, 111.
Well, Bumble, that is the house number of my home.
Is it?
I live at 111. Keep giving myself out, not out. Out.
Well, it's the old David Shepherd 111 superstition where you hop on one leg, keep your legs up in the air in the dressing room. That's what will be happening. I'll let you into another secret. You know, I work for television, I work for Sky.
Yes.
I'm the only one at Sky that's got a number to his house.
Oh. What do I deduce from that?
They live in towers and house and barn.
Now Mohamed Hafiz. Mohamed, who was at one stage the leading all-rounder in the ICC rankings, the one-day rankings, with his bowling and of course with his batting. He's a classy batsman. He's coming back on now. He's bowled 3 overs for 12 with his off-spin. What a day it really is. It's warm, it's sunny, it's cricket weather. It's a used pitch. It's the same pitch, Sri Lanka against Pakistan. That was the pitch where Sri Lanka did everything they did to lose that match, and they did, of course. In Hafiz comes again, and it's just turned leg side by Joe Root.
Well, you just said it there. I mean, it'll all unravel at 6 o'clock, where a captain wins the toss. Oh, we're going to have a ball first, and you just said it. It's a beautiful day. It's gorgeous. The sun's shining. It's a batting day.
Batting day it is.
Worn pitch.
Yeah, and I think this pitch will be the 4th innings on it in 3 days. It'll get lower, slower, a little bit more unpredictable. Hafiz from the Cathedral Road end, a little skip and short little steps to the stumps, and Morgan drills it to extra cover, who feels no run.
Come on, Hafiz, mate, come on!
You can hear Sarfraz behind the stumps. He's always going on. Come on. And Morgan latches onto one that's just marginally short from Hafiz, and he rocks back and pulls it in front of square mid-on for 4 runs. Bad ball.
Yeah, it's just short of a length. Good footwork going back. Eoin Morgan picking his spot at mid-wicket. Big boundary out there, but he hit it powerfully.
There is a man at deep square, he's in front, but no way of cutting that off. It's about 30 yards from him. Hafiz again in. Morgan front foot this time, finds short extra again.
He's doing great, the wicket keeper. There's a bit of Pakistani, there's a bit of English. Shabash. Come on.
All the time. Yeah. All the time. Round the wicket, Hafiz, and he's lost his skip. I think that's the first time he's lost his skip. Come on, says Sarfraz. Come on. Right. Hafiz round the wicket, bowls a little bit of a loop to this one. Sarfraz retrieves himself, and it's a simple single. We've had 10 fours in this innings, haven't had a 6 yet. You said earlier today, Bumble, those end boundaries, they're inviting.
Yeah, they are, particularly towards the river. That's our commentary position.
Hafiz over the wicket to the right-hander. He's completely deceived the short mid-on who went to his left, and I suppose he got a bit of side spin with that. Joe Root, and Sarfraz has walked towards his fielder and said, what were you doing? It's a single. 18 for 2. We've had 25 overs. On come the reinforcements. This is where the umpires have a look now. There's a guy's come on with a towel. Oh, I think that's the trainer, isn't it?
Well, that's a physio. He's on for Joe Root, actually. Joe Root in a bit of discomfort, and it looks to be a leg problem, might be left leg. Umpires are around him. An opportunity for a 12th man for England, who looks like it's Stephen Finn. Brings a towel on. Game stopped. A couple of Pakistani fielders are having a sit down and a stretch on the floor. Both umpires go across. It's a good time for him. Get a cup of tea.
Now, were you here a year ago when Pakistan did chase those runs down against England?
I would be, absolutely.
Yeah, you would have been working. You'd have been on the other side of the ground, probably, in that commentary box. But that's when Shoaib Malik, who's fielding in front of us, classy player, he hit 77 and Sarfraz made 90. We have a stoppage in play here. It's a very warm day. The physios come on for Joe Root. Joe's having a good old slug of that water bottle.
He's had a couple of tablets, so that'll be painkillers. Some concern there for England. The winner of this obviously goes through to the final on Sunday down at the Oval.
Yeah, lovely ground that is now, isn't it? I really do like the Oval as a cricket ground.
That'll be lively.
Oh, yeah.
India, Bangladesh is the other semi-final.
Birmingham,
that'll be a quiet affair.
Isn't that a favourite ground of yours, Bumble?
I love Edgbaston. I think it's terrific for spectators, and it's a real stronghold for England.
Was it 214 there, Bumble, was it?
I don't like to mention it.
No, that was your room number in the hotel, wasn't it? You're listening to Talk Sport here in the United Kingdom and cricket radio across the world.
Yeah, across the world. I've got a tweet from a fella. He says listening in Beirut.
Beirut?
Yeah.
Well, I know that Doug Meerkins in Spain is listening to us.
Well, that's not so far, Spain. I'm talking about Beirut.
Right, Shadab Khan, the young 18-year-old, bowls and he dives as Root drives straight at him. This kid, he's great. He's 18. He bats. He's a beautiful bowler. He fields. He's the future for Pakistan. Runs away from a short run, obviously he's a leg spinner, and Root uses his bottom hand and works it leg side, and it's stopped by Hafiz at short mid-on. Short mid-wicket, really. There is a long on Shoaib Malik. No run. In again, and just punched down the ground for one. Do you think at this stage there should be long on, should be long off? Do you like them both back?
Well, there will be at this end, because it's so just a little nip, and it gives the ball flight. I just think England are knocking him around for a while. He's into his 5th over.
Yeah, there's just that time now in the match where the crowd's just getting, they're sensing that Pakistan need to take a wicket here. This partnership now is 39. And Morgan, what has he done? Morgan's been given out, and immediately he is signalled for a review. Rod Tucker has given this out, caught behind. It just looped up out of nowhere, and Morgan within a second said, I'm going to review this.
It's a reverse sweep that he's played, and he's pointing at it, him straight on the elbow. He's been given out by Rod Tucker. England review immediately. That is a massive clue. We're looking at the replay now on the TV screen. It's a legitimate delivery. That's the first thing that they look at. It's one of these shots that you see Morgan play time and time again. It's a little leg spinner. Oh, and he hits him straight on the arm. Straight on the arm. I think this is a bit of a damp squib, and it's tough for the umpire, Rod Tucker.
That is tough. We're looking at a slow motion replay of the shot. Rod Tucker gets one look at it. And you're talking about 2 or 3 inches, which straight on for him would have possibly suggested that it might have brushed the glove, but it hasn't.
It's hit him straight on the arm. The ball's spinning, and it's going to go down the leg side. Ultra edge is being shown on the replay TV screen, but the clue to all this, and I think that the Pakistan players have all seen the big screen, and they're all just walking back to their position.
Yeah. So that's the second decision today, and the ball is missing. It's gone way over the top anyway, so there's all kinds of things mitigating against that. Rod Tucker gives the signal, crosses his arms and says, let's resume the game. That's the second one Rod Tucker's given out. It's gone against him.
Well, he's just get on with his game. He's an excellent umpire, Rod Tucker.
Super
and he
umpire.
chats away. The key to all that, Pakistan players watching the big screen and just wandered back to the fielding positions.
But you sense that Pakistan are wanting something here now. Shadab a little bit flatter, quicker this time. Morgan pushes it back, straight back to the bowler. Yeah, this partnership now 39 from 57. Pakistan sensing that there are 2 of England's senior players right here. They don't want this partnership to go much further than this. Shadab over the wicket, Fuller wider and driven hard through extra cover. A little bit squarer than that perhaps, but it's 4.
Loopy delivery. It's a half volley outside off stump, and he drills it away through cover. Eoin Morgan is very watchful here. 23 from 34. England usually are gung-ho. Give it a go all the way through. They're just going at 4.73. I think that England are thinking, batting first, this pitch is not going to get any better. I don't think we're looking at 350. If we get 280 plus,
they're in business.
We're in a really good position. England usually, just a reminder, give it a right go. Look at this partnership. It's 43 from 58. They're just manoeuvring their position.
Only 11 fours in the innings. We are into the 27th over now. 26 overs, 123 for 2. Here goes Hafiz. Turned leg side out to the man at deep mid-wicket, and he's a long way in. He's got to be about 20, 25 yards in. Delightful stroke by Morgan. His great hands. He's got really good wrists and he improvises so well. Morgan is on 23. He's on strike. Joe Root is on 44. England put into bat 124 for 2. Hafiz, Morgan down the pitch. Played it out towards the leg side. No run.
Darts it in. Hafiz, the off spinner, has this little stutter in his run. No flight.
Round the wicket to the left-handed Morgan. Morgan makes a bit of room for himself and Hafiz fields himself.
They're trying to cut him off on that cut shot. There are 2 fielders inside the circle, behind square on the offside, and then a deep point.
5 on that offside. Hafiz round the wicket. Morgan again just rocks back onto the back foot and plays it out to long on for 1.
He's looking at that mid-wicket area. A couple of overs ago we saw Morgan get on the back foot and drill him through mid-wicket. He's tried again there, got it to long on.
Over the wicket this time to the right-handed Joe Root, and Hafiz loses his rhythm and maybe just has a little look at where Morgan's backing up.
No, he missed a skip. He has a couple of skips. He missed one there.
Here he comes again. Hafiz, Root, back foot. Ball goes out to square on that leg side. No run, and it's Imad Wasim who fields. He's just on square on that leg side. 5 on the leg side. Hafiz again. Root does a little paddle. Goes down on one leg, paddles to fine leg, and it's fielded by Ruman Reyes for 2. It's 127 for 2 from 27.
Just 4 runs from the over. One of these inventive shots off the final delivery as Joe Root very deliberately went outside off stump, got down on one knee and then just dinked it fine. Just got a couple.
Now listen, this chap in Beirut,
yes.
How do you know? 1, he was in Beirut.
He's tweeted and said.
Oh, he's tweeted.
This is going around the world, this.
Hey.
Through Dubai. And everybody. We want more tweets. I want more tweets. Where are you listening?
Yeah.
Where are you? We've got a fella from Beirut. That's impressive.
We've got Doug in Spain.
Doug in Spain, yeah.
It's always the Doug in Spain. Right, Shadab. And Joe Root gets in, I beg your pardon, Morgan gets into a little bit of a tangle.
Is he on his holidays, Doug, or does he live there?
I think he lives there.
Does he?
Yeah. Well, Doug, if you're listening, Bumble Cricket, isn't it?
Yes,
Bumble
that's
Cricket.
it.
That's the one. Could you tell us, Doug, what you're doing down there in Spain? Shadab again, up to the bat, and Morgan just turns him leg side. In fact, they're going to have a look at 2 here. They won't get them.
And you can come in at Talk Sport as well.
Yeah.
Where are you listening? Don't say I'm in the front room. I'm in the shed. I'm on the allotment.
They said to the pilot, "Here's your height and position." Well, I'm 5'9". I'm in the front. I've got a little bit of shade for the first time today. A passing cloud, a wisp of cloud overhead as Shadab gets his man. Does he? Yes, he does. Joe Root has a swing of the bat on the back foot, and Shadab Khan, this 18-year-old, has struck gold. He's removed Joe Root, who's on the forlorn walk back. Root has gone for 46. It's 128 for 3.
Terrific delivery. He's got a touch of bounce here, and he's the only one you would think with top spin, leg spinner that's got any sort of bounce bowling from this river taff end. That is a golden wicket for Pakistan. Danger man just getting set there, Joe Root. Wicketkeeper made no mistake, but it's the delivery, it's the leg spinner. Something happens with a leg spinner. He's got a touch of bounce. Joe Root is on the cut, on his way off now. Shake of the head, a look to the heavens. England are 3 down, 128 for 3.
Well, that partnership was just starting to gain some momentum, and Shadab Khan, as he does so often, he's a young lad, he's 18, and he gets wickets, he gets top order batsmen out, and there's no better scalp today than Joe Root. And that brings in some relief, of course, because it's only Ben Stokes.
Well, he's in great nick, he's in great form, loves the big occasion, but he's got work to do here. England run rate is 4.65. Pakistan will be thinking they're keeping a lid on this innings. I just get the impression I mentioned earlier that England are looking to manoeuvre the position, get to 40 overs, see where they are, keep wickets intact for the last 10, but that is a big wicket. Joe Root caught Sarfraz ball Shadab for 46 from 56 delivery. It definitely bounced. It's an over spinner, a top spinner, call it what you will. And look at this, I think Sarfraz here is going to attack him. He's got a couple of catches in, he's going to have a slip and a short leg.
Oh, this is great captaincy. Yeah, just a little bit of bounce that, and a bit of turn as well, and good glove work from Sarfraz. Faint edge from Joe Root.
The game stopped because they're waiting for some protective gear to come for the short leg. Joe Root was out, what, 2, 3, 4 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And they've decided that now they want some protective equipment, and the game stopped. It's just stopped. I don't like it.
No, and you've got 2 or 3 Pakistan cricketers waving to the balcony, to the dressing room, as if they're bringing in aircraft that's just landed. Hafiz is going mad. Sarfraz and the umpire Maria Erasmus says we got to get on with the game.
And what he's done is Sarfraz, the wicketkeeper, had a helmet on. He's given it to the short leg fielder. Sarfraz has now put a cap on.
Right, Ben Stokes in. There's a short leg. Shadab. And Stokes gets forward, leans forward and plays it on the onside. And now there's going to be another helmet coming on.
Yeah, game stopped again as the 12th man comes on with a helmet, and Sarfraz gets his helmet back from the short leg and gives his cap to the umpire. But my point is that Joe Root was out, Ben Stokes is coming in. Get ready.
Yeah.
Get yourself sorted.
The other thing about that, Bumble, if you are ready, then you're giving Ben Stokes less time to get accustomed, just to take a few deep breaths. Short leg and a slip. Hello, Sarfraz is not ready. He's come from behind the stumps and he's just taken a little jog 3/4 of the way down the pitch to speak to his bowler, all building up a little bit of, psychology, kidology.
He's told him, get it absolutely dead straight and full. Dead straight. Hit him on the leg.
Right. 2 balls to go to complete this 28th over. Bit of tension here now for England as Stokes waits for Shadab, and Shadab, well, he's just easily dealt with there. Stokes gets into a position where the ball was never going to go past him.
Googly.
Yeah. Hasn't turned an awful lot. Stokes looks a little awkward, but he's kept it out easily. Shadab again over the wicket. Stokes drives and finds Shoaib Malik at long off. He'll get a single. He'll get off the mark. And 28 overs gone. 129 for 3.
Well, it's taken a long time as that over, but it's a wicket for Pakistan. A wicket for the leg spinner. It's a beautiful delivery. It just bounced on Joe Root a touch. And it brings 2 left-handers now at the crease. Morgan, the captain, is 25 from 39. Ben Stokes